here's what you guys don't know about me. Why am I here? I'm here because I'm a mom. You guys know that. I already told you my story. I'm here because I am an investor. I've been investing for 35 years. I'm also a registered investment advisor. So that means I'm working with small families, specifically on actually implementing the plans in their portfolio to help their families reach greater freedom. That's what I'm doing. But here's why I'm here tonight. So I had my first investment at 17 in 1986, but at 25, well, to be accurate, at 21, I left an abusive relationship. Previous to that, I got into a lot of car accidents because I drove too fast and I was too angry. I remember the day I went to go get some ice cream out of an ice cream tub. You know, you walk up, man, I want that flavor and that flavor. And I went, but I can't, I guess I could have them both. And then my mind said in the back of my head, you can have one tomorrow. And I went, am I going to be alive tomorrow? So that's who I used to be. But that's not who I am anymore. So I started my personal growth work at 25 after I left the abusive relationship. Because I knew there was something really common, something that was the same in all of those years and all those bad relationships and all those tough situations. What was common in all of those? What was the common singing element? Me. I was the one. I was the one creating the drama. I was the one that was in pain. I was the one that was unwilling to be happy. So the only thing that I could do was fix me. And so I spent 25 years, from 25 all the way until my daughter was born, where I did personal growth work almost every year. Therapy, personal growth work, some workshop of some kind. Because I discovered that for me to be a leader in my life, I really had to take care of the inside of me. Because really, I was the engine. I was the creator. I was the one defining my life, my thinking, my mood, my success, my choices. The strongest person I had on my team was myself. So I went from not trusting myself to knowing that me was my biggest advocate. But it took me a lot of years to get there. But now, I love it. I love it. I love that what I know myself to be as a human being I want to be. That was success. That to me was the true success. All right, why are you here? Some of you are here because you're passionate about real estate. Raise your hand if you're here for real estate. Okay, raise your hand if you're here for personal growth work. Oh, good. Okay, I didn't expect very many hands. Because the biggest piece of success is you. Guess what? You're the secret. If you didn't know that, let me tell you. The secret isn't the building. The secret isn't the numbers. The secret isn't just the networking. It isn't just the education. You're the secret to your success. And we're going to talk about how you can build that with yourself, that you're the secret of your success. So I think that's part of why you're here. That vision in your head, that's what's got you here. All right. Oh, possibilities. Chart your own course. I'm a great believer in that. Charting my course. Letting my daughter chart her course. Empowering you guys to chart your course. 5 transformative steps to a winning real estate mindset. Do you guys like that title? Yeah. Okay, total AI. Mine was 5 simple steps for real estate. AI came up with a much better title than I did. All right, let's talk about 5 transformative steps. But in order to get there, first I need to tell you I'm not a lawyer or a CPA. You promise not to sue me. We all on the same page? I'm just telling you what over 25 years of experience has taught me in personal growth work. I've done personal growth work, workshops, landmark, insight. I've studied the Chris work. Anybody heard of the Chris work? Nope. Went to Germany for 4 years to study the Chris work. Have a master's in spiritual psychology, right, as well as a bachelor's in business. And I did a year in traditional psychology, a year at UCLA, a year at CSPP, and 2 years at the University of Santa Monica. Did I just mention I did a lot of personal growth work? Yeah. Okay. But you can't sue me, and I'm not licensed as a therapist. Speaking topics. Oh, I'm also a speaker, and I've just added these last 3 topics because for a long time I just focused on real estate because that was the skill that I learned. But the joy is in the last 3 topics. Okay, 3 things to do tonight. We're going to talk about the mind because the mind is the one that defines you. We're also going to talk about 5 awarenesses. And then we're going to talk about actual daily practices that will make the difference. How do you dig in to actually make that difference? Who said the whoop? I love it. Thank you. My silent supporter back there. She's been with me this whole time. She hears me. Okay, the body. Okay. Don't know what he's doing with his hand up here, but what we need is him. The body. The human body contains nearly 37.2 trillion cells. Complex, right, guys? Estimated that the microbial biome of our bodies includes bacteria and fungi is around 39 trillion cells. So of your 37, you've got 39 trillion as well that are actually other organisms. So if you think you're the only one in your body, you're not. I'm the first one to tell you that. Sorry about that. But you're actually not. Mitochondria. Anybody know about the mitochondria?
Yes, the engine of the body.
The engine of the body. Do you know what the mitochondria actually is? It's actually an organism. Their poop feeds us. Just bottom line it. Just saying. You thought you were alone, you're not. All right. Every day the kidney processes 200 quarts of blood to filter out 2 quarts of water. Waste. Adults excrete about 1.5 quarts of urine every day. That's, of course, a number we really need to know. Right? And the human brain contains 100 billion nerve cells. That's what we live inside of, guys. That is our tool. That is the thing that we use, that we can trust, that we can develop our future on, is this amazing body we're inside of. There's a lot of systems, just a lot of systems. But the one we actually care about is this system, the mind. This is what we care about. She's beautiful, so I put her picture up here. She must have a gorgeous mind, right? We hope she does. But let's find out. But what we really need is the emotional mind. What is it that has you get up and be successful in the morning? Is it the amount of degrees you have? Is it the amount of friends you have? Is it your IQ? How well you test on an IQ test? No, definitely not. They have a lot of studies on that one, right? It's your willingness. It's your willingness to be successful. It's your willingness to show up. Your willingness to get your ass out of bed and make a frickin' phone call. And that comes from your emotional mind, not from your IQ, not from your hands, from your emotional mind. That is the key. All right, so let's talk about the emotional mind. So Freud, we all know who Freud is, right? Okay, we can have all kinds of commentaries on Freud. Anybody got commentaries on Freud? Okay, we can talk about it later. This is your conscious mind. It's the part you make conscious choice with. This down here is all part of the subconscious, preconscious, unconscious. Freud was one of the first to start navigating this. Conscious processing is partially done by unconscious processes. Conscious processing, our conscious mind, is partially done by unconscious processes, and analysis of a lot amount of information occurs outside of our awareness. So there's a lot of words here. If you want to read all the words, you're welcome to. But those are the words I want you to know about. Aha, another brain. Beautiful brain, don't you think? Gorgeous brain. I don't know, I think her brain was kind of prettier. But What we need to know about is this little sucker right here. The amygdala. The amygdala. Don't judge Amy. She's very sweet. The amygdala. What is the amygdala? Your amygdala is a small almond-shaped structure inside your brain. It's part of a larger network in your brain called the limbic system. When it comes to your survival, the amygdala and limbic system are extremely important. These are parts of your brain that automatically detect danger. And they also play a role in behavior, emotional control, and learning. The amygdala, this little tiny almond in the center of our brain, has an amazing amount of power. Fear is the main emotion that the amygdala is known to control. Remember Steve was up here and he asked a question, what is it that stops you from investing? Fear. Fear is the main emotion that the amygdala is known to control. That's why your amygdala is so important to survival. It processes things you see or hear. Whoop! Wow. Okay, don't want to give it all away too quickly. Here we go. Processes things that you see and hear. Uses that input to learn what's dangerous. And if you encounter something similar, in the future, your amygdala will cause you to feel fear or similar emotions. It's called the white rabbit. Anybody know about the white rabbit test? It's a horrible test, but I'll tell you about it. Anybody want to hear about a horrible test?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Schroeder's cat.
Huh? It's kind of like Schroeder's cat, yeah. So basically they took a toddler, little sweet boy, kind of about this tall, imagine cute little boy, and they showed him a rabbit. And they made the rabbit look like it was going to attack him. Sweet boy. Sorry about it. Right? So guess what? The next day when they showed him the rabbit, what did the boy do? He ran away. They did it again. They showed him the rabbit. They scared him with the rabbit. The next day when they showed him the rabbit, he was scared. The next day they showed him a white piece of carpet, a little white fuzzy thing. Guess what his reaction was? Scared. But it wasn't a white rabbit, and it wasn't attacking him. But he was scared. The amygdala. Irrational fear. Right? That is the power of the amygdala. Okay, amygdala. However, research shows the amygdala contributes to more than just anxiety. Fear also plays a role in social communication and understanding, including how you interpret someone's intentions from how they talk or act. You ever meet somebody and just something about them just pisses you off?
Every day.
Every
time someone drives in front of me
I have two assistants in the back making fun of each other. See, there. Okay, everybody turn around and look. Come on, here we go. There you go, see? These two are buddies, by the way, on the volunteer team, just so you know. And they constantly trick each other, but they actually have a really good time. This is what we're working with, guys. This is what we're working with. This is the little center of our brain that we really want to get control over. And we actually can. We actually can be at choice. I am here to tell you that that day I wanted to pick which ice cream, and all of a sudden in the back of my brain I went, oh, I'm going to be alive tomorrow? That's not true anymore. That's not true anymore. You can, no matter how bad your history is. No matter how bad your history is. Raise your hand if you think you've got a really bad history. Oh, come on, I can't be the only one.
I mean,
right? Can't be the only one. Right? Anybody else? No? Okay, raise your hand if you think you have a bad history. Okay, maybe it's not the worst in the room. Okay, raise your hand if you had like a really fantastic history and you don't know why you're here tonight. Okay, so we're somewhere between I had a fantastic history to I had a bad history. Okay, just, a little authenticity here, guys. Come on. Like, really? All right. Finally, the unconscious mind comprises mental processes that are inaccessible to our conscious mind, but that influence our judgment, feelings, or behavior. So if you think you're in control, you're not. You're not. Our consciousness controls our decisions and 10% of our functions. Our subconscious decides our likes and dislikes. Our give and take account center, that friend who never gives you enough that you get angry at, you don't know why all of a sudden you're frustrated with them. Instincts and desires, boy, that dude's really hot. I'm just saying, just saying. And 90% of our body functions. Amygdala belongs in the subconscious. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 awarenesses, and then I'm going to give you 5 practices. Okay? I'm going to start with 5 awarenesses. I am upset because. So I have a master's in spiritual psychology, and this was something they hammered. I'm upset because. Give me a because. I'm upset because.
I didn't have dinner.
I didn't have dinner. I didn't have dinner either. I'm upset because I work too much. I'm upset because
I don't get enough done.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I had 2 of you. What?
I don't get enough.
I don't get enough done. I'm upset because
I didn't have enough sleep.
you didn't have enough sleep. I'm upset because. Okay. Now I want a volunteer who's not taken the landmark form. Nice. Okay, here we go. So we're going to distinguish the I'm upset because. Tell me about something that happened that upset you, that you're willing to talk about.
I have made an agreement with an ex-business partner, and she is either, I'm going to say that she misunderstood or misremembered what our agreement was.
It's okay to just be pissed and say she fucked up. It's okay. It's all right. Okay? You have to bleep me out on the video, but that's okay. Right? But she did something where she didn't keep her agreement, and that pissed you off. Okay. Now, I'm going to suggest that something happened, and then you made it mean something. What did she do? What did she actually do? Give me the details of what she did. She called you on the phone. She didn't show up. What did she do? Give me the actual what she did. Be specific.
Throughout, I would say, the month, we've had several phone calls about the agreement or about how we were going to separate the business.
Okay, so you're on the phone call, and she says what?
She said, oh, okay, well, super specific.
Yeah, super specific. Absolutely specific, to the point.
Okay, she said, Jada, you're going to be in charge of this. You owe me this much money.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to be a part of this specific thing, but I want to get my money from you.
Okay, so she says, you're going to be in charge of this. I want this much money for it, and I don't want to be doing X, Y, and Z. That's what she said. Okay, what do you make that mean?
She doesn't want to do work.
Yes.
She's possibly taking advantage.
She doesn't want to do work. She's taking advantage of me. Anything about her character? Come on, we're all human. We're all human. What would you think about her character? She's lazy. She's selfish. What? What about her character?
Doesn't
Doesn't
have integrity, I guess.
have integrity? Great. And what does that mean about what's going to happen to you? What's your stories about what's going to happen to you?
I'm going to be put in debt, or I'm just going to have to be working with somebody that I don't enjoy being around.
Right. Now I'm going to be in debt. I'm going to be with somebody I don't enjoy being around. I don't want to deal with her anymore. Okay. So what happened was, say what happened. What happened was, I had a phone call,
I had a phone call,
and she said,
and she said, I want you to be in charge of these responsibilities and pay me back to do minimum work on my part.
okay, that's what she said. And then you made it mean, I am, she is, what is, I'm stuck, it's going to be. Now you could also just go, no. Right? She could just say no. It could mean nothing. It could mean nothing. Like Lily, you could just say, I don't agree. And it means nothing. What happened was, she said X, Y, Z. What I made it mean was blah, blah, blah. And now I'm stuck. Not because of her, but because of what I made it mean. Does that make sense? Because all you've got to say is, no. No. Right? Some negative future fantasy? Doesn't matter. What happened? What she made it mean. Now, here's the interesting part. Thank you. Thank you. Remember I talked about the amygdala? The history? So, your dad said, right? Should I use one of my own, or somebody want to give me a childhood memory? Who wants to do a childhood memory?
You want to go that dark? You want to go that dark?
Okay. All right. David, give me your child. Let's go for it. Come on, David. Let's see if you can do it. Okay. Your dad said or your mom said as a child. David's wanting to do it, honey. You're good. Thank you. Don't worry. I'll try to find another opportunity for you, okay? Okay. What happened, David? Your dad said. How old were you? How old were you? Where was it?
I was 10 in the apartment. He was higher than a kite off meth. And he just went on a rampage about no one would love me and I would be a failure the rest of my life.
Okay. He went on a rampage to you, that no one would love you and be a failure in life. Okay, so what did he physically say? Be specific. He said,
no one's going to love you because you are just a failure and will always be a failure.
okay. I'm sorry.
I asked you if you wanted to go
No,
dark.
that's fine. I'll tell you, mine was I'm 18 months old, my dad's standing over me, and he's telling me he never wanted me to be born. What was my mom doing? She was trying to give me food and shelter. Is that what it meant to her? No. But it's what it meant. It was what I made it mean. So what if we could really, just this one distinction, guys, just this one, can make all the difference in your world if you did this with every single traumatic memory you had. Just do this one. You walk out of here, you've gotten huge value. Just sit down and write, okay, at this age, blah, 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 at this age, blah, 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 at this age, right? What value would we get? What freedom would we find if we stopped applying the meaning that we gave? We gave it. Needs and emotions that were previously suppressed or unacknowledged are likely to surface as well through this Gestalt process. Anybody knows about Gestalt therapy? Yep. Gestalt therapy. What's Gestalt therapy? Okay, it helps you with this. Unfinished business. Feelings about the past are unexpressed. These feelings are associated with distinct memories and fantasies. Yes, a well-imagined fantasy can be as strong as a memory. Feelings not fully experienced linger in the background and interfere with effective contact. Yes, we've been talking about this all night. Result, preoccupation of compulsive behavior. Thank you very much. Weariness, obsessive energy, self-defeating behavior. Anybody have self-defeating behavior? Me and David are the only ones. Okay, thank you. Okay, there we go. Okay, thank you. A little honesty is good. 3 o'clock in the morning, self-defeating behavior, right? So what does Gestalt look like? It looks like this. Remember my blue circles? 2 blue circles. There's this dude, or dudette, whichever one you are, talking to this dude. Right? 10-year-old David, 18-month Christina, right? Now I'm going to show you how Gestalt work works. We're not going to do that as an actual process. But if you want to get a book on it or a YouTube on it, Gestalt work is amazing. It's also called inner child work. What does it mean? It means that child heard a message that said, I'm a failure, I can't do it, I can't be successful in this world, I'm not important, whatever it is that you told yourself. And that loving person, which is the adult you, has a conversation with the child that heard it. What is the first thing you think you tell a 10-year-old when they tell you, I feel really upset because Dad said, what's the first thing you tell that hurts part inside of you?
Breathe. It's okay.
Breathe. It's okay. What else? Don't cry? Okay.
Don't listen to him.
Huh?
Don't listen.
Don't listen to him. What else?
It'll be okay.
You'll be okay. I love you. I love you. You're fine. You're protected. I'll be here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how maybe that story you have isn't true. But I understand it felt really true in the moment, didn't it? When you live in the feeling, when you're willing to live in the feeling, Gestalt work is literally a chair here and a chair here. And you're talking to yourself, basically talking to an empty chair. And you live, you sit in the feeling. When you choose and you're brave enough to sit in the feeling, you can reprogram the moment. But you got to be willing to sit in the feeling to reprogram the moment. That's why the Gestalt work. Okay, Marcus's must have done it before, because you're nodding your head going, yes.
I took a class and they kind of similar to this, but they suggested kids, photographs.
You can do photographs of you as a little kid.
You put them in frames and you.
Yeah, have a conversation with the frame. But you got to sit in the feeling. You got to become the kid. Because it's becoming the kid that lets you reprogram the actual cells that put the memory in. All right. Forgiveness. Effective forgiveness. Third awareness. You ready? Most people say, I forgive my father for beating me up. I forgive my father for beating me. I forgive my mother for being late picking me up at preschool. I forgive my mother for. Right? Forgiveness like this can be something where you can always pick it back up again. Oh, good guy, you fracker. My mother should have picked me up for preschool. Jennifer's like, I didn't know you could do that, Christina. Okay, let's talk about another form of forgiveness. I forgive myself for telling myself I wasn't important. I forgive myself for making my mom being late at school mean that I was unimportant. I forgive myself for believing my dad when he yelled at me. I forgive myself for. And you keep doing I forgive myself for, because the person who hurt you was your thinking. Remember that amygdala guy I keep talking about? The amygdala said fear. It came up with a story about fear. I forgive myself for being afraid. It's okay. It made sense at the time, but I don't have to anymore. I forgive myself for hating my father or my mother. And you keep saying it until it becomes neutral. And when it becomes neutral, here's the kicker. You ready? This is one of the best kickers. The truth is, David, I forgive myself for, just do 2 rounds and then say the truth is. I forgive myself for. Right. Right. That's the truth. That's the actual truth. That's the actual truth. The truth is, I forgive myself for believing my dad at 18 months that I shouldn't have been born. I forgive myself for telling myself I shouldn't have been born. When the truth is, this is a fucking amazing planet and I really want to be here. The truth is, right? The truth is, I'm a great human being. I'm a cool person. Yeah. Like, really? Dad, you were so fucking lost. Like, the truth is, right? So run the I forgive myself, not on them. Don't let I forgive them. I forgive myself. Because the truth is, this is a great place to play. Okay? Run that tonight. Who's going to run that tonight? Come on. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, you guys make me so happy. Oh, God. Okay, the truth is. Okay, fourth. Ready for the fourth one? Gratitude. We all know to do gratitude, right? Have a gratitude journal. Say gratitudes in the morning. Gratitude, 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 right? Let me suggest a slightly different version. As you can see, I like my slightly different versions, right? Gratitude. Gratitude for the world. I'm grateful that my day went really great. I'm grateful that my boss saw my specialness. I'm grateful that, my daughter loves me. I'm really actually grateful my daughter loves me. So lucky, because she's 14, she's going to stop loving me soon. I'm grateful. I will see. Maybe. It might not go that way. I'm grateful that my husband really tolerates me. He actually tolerates me. It's really good of him. He actually tolerates me. That's good. That's good. But let me suggest this. Gratitude for self. I'm grateful I was born the way I was born. I'm grateful that my mind works pretty good. I'm grateful that underneath all this stuff, I'm actually a good person. Oh my God. That's what I'm grateful for. Now let me add a little juice to that. Are you ready? Oh, wait, here. No, wait. I know. Hold on. Okay. Give me an I'm grateful for yourself. Martin, give me an I'm grateful for yourself. I'm grateful that I am.
I am grateful that I have a girlfriend.
No, it's about you. I'm grateful about yourself. What's something you like about you?
Oh, I am grateful that I'm pretty healthy,
Yeah. Yeah, he's grateful he's healthy. Okay, come on. Give me a grateful over here. I'm grateful that. Come on, guys. Cindy.
I'm grateful that I'm courageous.
I'm grateful that I'm courageous. Can you feel it when she says it? Do you guys feel that? Give me another one. Michelle.
I'm grateful that I am creative.
Andrew.
Grateful for my perseverance.
Grateful for my perseverance. Oh.
I'm grateful for my power.
Max?
Grateful for my personality.
Yeah, he's got a lot of it too. It's awesome. Marcus?
I'm grateful that I'm open to growth.
I'm grateful I'm open to growth. Can you guys feel the change?
Yeah, this side's winning.
This side's doing great. Okay, come on, guys. Come on. We need some gratitudes over here. Come on. Get the juice going. I'm grateful that I am creative. Yeah.
I'm grateful that I have learned from her. And I'm very
No, it's about you. It's about you. It's about you.
grateful that I am determined.
There. Now, is that true? The truth is, Jada's determined. Yeah. That's the truth. Can you feel it? Yeah. It's silly stuff. Come on. Who else? Omar? Come on. He avoided looking at me, so I have to call on him now.
Oh, man.
Come on. I'm grateful
I'm grateful
that I.
that I able to walk.
Okay. Was there a time you couldn't?
No, but
Okay.
I would want to walk.
Come on.
Oh,
I'm grateful that I. I'm grateful that I. Come on.
I haven't seen a lot of people that can't walk.
I'm grateful that I is good. I'm glad you're grateful you can walk. Give me another one. Give me another one. I'm grateful that I.
That I am able to think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You got a good brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm grateful I'm able to think and got a good brain. Nice. See? It didn't hurt you, right? That didn't hurt too much? Okay. Okay. Ready for this? What is this, guys? Will you guys recognize this? What is it? It's an atom. It's an atom. Does anybody know which atom that is? It's an electron. It's an electron with a protein. Hydrogen. They're my brainiacs in the room, my scientists in the room. Hydrogen. Okay. Let me suggest to you that each and every one of us is an atom. Just an atom. Plain old atom. Oxygen, titanium, carbon. Pick an atom you love. My favorite's oxygen. Right? Just imagine you're an oxygen or an atom. Does an atom ever apologize for itself? No, it never does. Does an atom ever give up its basic integrity and the cycles? It shares, but does it give up? No. Does an atom wonder if it's valuable in the world? What would this world be like if atoms weren't here? Whew, that would be a big problem, wouldn't it, if atoms weren't here? What if we're each an atom? One atom. We take up exactly that amount of space in the world. We do exactly what our job is, the way we were built. And we merge with others to create something bigger. And we never have to apologize for ourselves. We never have to explain why we're the size we are or the amount of electrons we have. What if we're just being exactly what we are? Because what happens if an atom compresses? Does anybody know what happens if an atom compresses? It goes nuclear. So if you ever wonder why you shouldn't compress yourself, how many of us compress ourselves? Doubt ourselves? Think we should be different or smaller? Right? Are we now committing to never going nuclear ever again? Yes. Right? Never again. Why would we ever question our space on the planet? The atom doesn't. The most simplest of things, and it doesn't. Okay, so gratitude. I am an amazing human being. I'm grateful for all that I do on this planet. I am happy. These are I am statements. I am statements. You're going to see them later. Okay, abundance. How many people are here for abundance? Okay, let's talk about abundance. You ready? Christina's slightly different version of abundance. Are you ready? You sure? You good with it? Okay, abundance. Money will give me financial freedom. Who has that belief? Okay? Let me offer you a different thought. I give myself financial freedom. Money's got nothing to do with it, guys. Let me tell you now. Money has nothing to do with financial freedom. Where is freedom found? In here. In your amygdala. Freedom is found in your amygdala. You know the moment you're financially free? Do you know when that moment is? The moment you choose that you're going to be in charge. That's the moment you start building your financial freedom, is the moment you choose to be in charge. Anybody who's made this choice where you go, oh man, it's happening to me, God damn it, I freaking hate this job, da, da, da. And then somewhere in the very quietness of your being, you go, fuck it, I'm going to do it myself. Was that a moment of freedom? Was that a moment where you chose to take charge in your world? You're doing to yourself. You choose it. That, by the way, is freedom. Everything else is just the game you get to play getting there. Because if you forget that you're in charge, then you get to go back to the very first slide. Remember the first slide? What did you make it mean? What happened? What did you make it mean? Okay, I've now given you a complete set. Are you now ready for 5 practices? Giving you 5 awarenesses. Let's do 5 practices. 5 habits. Anybody lift weights? I don't. Okay. Yeah, you can tell. It's okay. It's all right. I'll beat him up later. Don't worry about it. 5 habits. Are you ready? Mental. A morning routine. Review your vision and mission statement. Review your I am statements. Did I talk about I am statements? Yep. They come from your Gestalt work. You can do I am statements from your Gestalt work. That little kid who wasn't too sure they were valuable, when you reprogram and they all of a sudden go, I guess I am valuable. Then you do I am statements. I am valuable. I am loved by my dad. My dad was having a really hard time. I am an amazing human being, and I love what I get to do. Be grateful for the self you have. Hydrogen atom. Don't ever forget the hydrogen atom. No atomic bombs here, guys. Right? Goals. Write your goals. They should be 50% believable, and you want to take massive action. Massive action. Massive action. That means 50% unbelievable. I'm going to be financially free. Why? Because I say so. That's why I'm going to be financially free. Oh, and then, by the way, I'm going to come up with a bunch of goals that will actually get me there. Work I can actually do to get there, but you make the goal first. Mental habits. Emotional habits. Journal about your upset, about your wins, and use your Gestalt work. If you clean out the interior, It is so much easier to get the exterior successful. If you stop doubting yourself, it's so much easier to say, I'm going to do massive action. So do your inner work so your outer work works. You can say affirmations all day long, but if you're still doubting yourself, your affirmation becomes an affirmation about doubt. Anybody ever done affirmations and know when you say them, you doubt them? Okay? So don't make an affirmation about doubt. Make it an affirmation about who you're choosing to be based on your Gestalt work. See a therapist or belong to a group. You are the aggregate of the 5 people you know. Do you know 5 really cool, rad people? If you don't, find 5 really cool, rad people you can hang out with because they're going to help you move forward. If you're the coolest person in your group, keep looking. Do personal growth workshops or retreats or anything. I don't care what, but anything that supports you in somebody who says the amygdala is just a hormone.
Is 5 a specific number or you just chose 5?
5 is a saying. People say, there's a saying that I don't remember who originally said it.
It's the closest 5.
Huh?
You become who you are.
It's the closest 5, but who said the original saying of 5 people? Anybody? Anybody smarter in the room? It might have been Carnegie? Might have been Dale Carnegie. Okay. For number, that's okay. I'm running out of time, so I have to keep moving forward. Physical workout, right? In any way you can make it fun. I like dancing, so that's my workout is dancing and taking the dog for a walk. That's my workout, right? Give me a workout. Huh? Pilates. Give me a workout. CrossFit. What? Yoga. Give me a workout. Simba. I love this. Okay. Anthony, what's your workout? And? Basketball. Basketball. Give yourself a workout any way you can. Now, just in case you've missed it, let me remind you, exercise changes your brain. Remember what I said about your brain? This is all about your brain, right? Exercise changes your brain. It boosts your memory, helps you think better, reduces stress, fights depression, lowers risk. I know, I don't really like working out, but I love dancing. So I don't work out, I dance. Deal? Okay, so work out. Research shows that while exercise initially spikes the stress response in the body, people experience lower levels of stress hormones like cortisol, and somebody read this for me? Thank you, epinephrine, and bouts of physical activity. So, work out. Eat well. Who knows about the second stomach? We do have a second stomach. Max knows about the second stomach. I was waiting for him to do this. All right. Let me teach you about the second stomach. Do you know that there's a direct connection between your brain? Remember the brain? We keep talking about the brain, right? We tired about the brain yet? No. Okay, good. I'm glad you're not tired. That's good because I got more to say. The brain and your gut. There is a direct connection. Right here. This is all a lot of science stuff that I don't completely understand, but your vagus nerve connects to your gut. What does it mean? Around 90% of the serotonin in your body. See what does serotonin do? Makes you feel good, by the way. 90% of the serotonin in your body, and the substance that acts as a neurotransmitter in our brain to help us feel happy, calm, and content. Are those all things we want? 90% is made from the gut, which means if gut health is compromised, serotonin production may also potentially be altered. Remember I talked about having that sense of will? I want to get up in the morning with a sense of will to take on my day, but I had pizza and beer last night. My gut might be telling me, no. 90% of that serotonin you need to wake up and be willing to take it on is processing beer or pizza. You like pizza? Oh, she does. I see I'm creating an argument tonight. I apologize for any argument I've created. I apologize. But you needed to know it exists, right? They talked about bloating, pain, and stomach upset. For decades, researchers thought and doctors thought that anxiety and depression contributed to these problems. But our studies and others show that maybe it's the other way around. Researchers are finding evidence that irritation in the gut may actually be sending signals to the central nervous system saying, no, I don't feel good. Forget you, dude. I ain't producing the serotonin you need to be excited about your day today. You treated me bad. Huh? It's called a hangover. It's called a gut hangover. All right? Here you go. Look, I know this sounds crazy, baby, but I feel like we have a real connection. And the brain says, they always say, trust your gut. Just in case I wasn't being humorous enough, I had to put a cartoon in. Okay. Meditate. Who meditates? Kind of, semi, sort of. That's okay. I'll give you credit for sort of. You can raise your hand if you're a sort of meditator. That's okay. I'll give you credit for it. Okay. Who meditate? Bicep curls for your mind. Bicep curls for your mind. That's what a meditation is. It's not about sitting there and feeling good while you're meditating, although I do know somebody who's really good at that. It's not about that. It's bicep curls for your mind. All right, here we go. Meditation. Yes, they have studied meditation. They have done actual practices on it and CAT scans, MRIs. Mindful practices decrease the extent to which emotional stimuli hijacks you. Period. That's why you meditate. Researchers say it may simply be less meditation practices required to change the brain's response to positive images. The reason why you meditate is because even if your brain goes, I'm going to think about this. No, you're not. I'm going to think about this. No, you're not. I'm going to think about this. No, you're not. I'm going to think about this. No, you're not. It's literally a bicep curl. I don't care if you do it 200 times in the 10 minutes you're sitting there, or 2,000 times, or 2 times. What I care about is that you did your bicep curl. You chose some part of you that wasn't the part that's running astray, chose to bring yourself back. What starts to happen is that the part of you that's choosing becomes the part of you that's living, and not the mind or the ego or whatever it is you want to call it that's wanting to run away and make meaning. When we talked about making meaning, sometimes we make good meanings, sometimes we make bad meanings, but we make meaning, don't we? So you get to choose. So meditate. Even early studies found that key neurochemicals, such as serotonin, remember serotonin? We've run into serotonin before, right? Serotonin, melatonin, and dopamine levels are elevated during meditation. This is all the advantages of meditation. I'm going to move right past it. Remember this dude? This is what his brain looked like. 10 minutes. This is before meditating. This is after meditating. Because if we can make the brain, that part of our brain that doesn't need to make meaning, doesn't need to be upset, doesn't need to run in fear, but can be observant about the world and observant about self, the mind starts to go quiet. So now what kind of decisions are you going to make? Better decisions. Because the fear, the amygdala, the thing isn't running the show. Did I hammer this enough? Okay, for those of you who don't meditate, are you inspired to meditate? Maybe? Oh my God, I only got 2 hands. 3, oh God. 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay, thank you for making me feel better. I appreciate it. Okay, that pretty much is it. 9 habits of successful people. They get up early and do their personal projects, plan their day and their exercise. They're at choice. They read a lot. They spend 15 to 30 minutes on focused thinking. Here, meditation, I am statements, your morning practices. They make exercise a priority. We talked about that. Spend time with people that inspire them. 5 people that are greater than you or inspire you. They pursue their own goals because they choose who they're going to be. They get enough sleep. Anybody not get enough sleep? Martin, is that a regular thing that you don't get enough sleep? Because you might need to get more sleep. Make sure he gets more sleep. I know. What is the excuse about? They get enough sleep. And they have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. That's abundance.
one more on the frame.
Oh, and avoid time wasters. Anybody waste time? Dungeon. Okay, my favorite wasting time is Minecraft. Thank you very much. Thank you. You should come see some of mine. But guess what? Who do I play Minecraft with? My daughter. Yes, I am. I'm 12. All right. Only 2 more slides, guys. These are articles on success. It's not just me. There are lots of articles. These are books that I suggest, and if you guys have more suggestions, you let me know. So let me ask you a question. Are you going to do some things differently in your life when you leave here tonight? Yes. Okay. Raise your hand. I want 5 people to tell me, what are you committing to having be different in your life? 5 people. Come on. Max.
Having more confidence.
Having more confidence. That'll work. What habit are you going to commit to? Give me a habit. What habit are you going to commit to? No. Max.
More exercise and eating
Eating
healthier.
healthier. Serotonin in the gut. Protect that serotonin, guys. Okay. Michelle. Getting more sleep, because now you know sleep's a big part of being able to regulate yourself and making sound decisions. Marcus. Meditation. What else? Focused thinking. I don't care how you do it. Any meditation. Wakeful meditation, mindful meditation, walking meditation, meditation. Pick it. What else?
You know I do it already.
I know you do meditation,
I
so
was actually suggesting for a lot of people who are going to try and do.
connect to something for you.
Okay. Well, what I do, I'll tell it, is you can your Rona routine, reverse it. It sounds weird. If you brush your teeth in the morning, you talk to yourself in the mirror, switch your hands. If you're right-handed, do it left-handed. Repeat yourself in the mirror, and you actually restarted reprogramming your brain.
Okay, there's another one. Steve, what are you committing to?
Play more.
Play more. Play more. Exercise and play. All right, guys. I am Christina Suter. I am a professional real estate investor. I am a registered investment advisor, and I help my families get what they want out of their sense of purpose. And I am a mom. I am a mom because that is what brings me joy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.